Hey guys, Rob here, and don't forget to check out R4 Mississippi Thunder's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. He's hit 900 subscribers now, and when he hits that 1,000 mark, he's going to be giving away the Barkeep boot, or not the Barkeep boot, but the Barkeep Bootlegger Edition revolver. It's the one that comes in the collector's wooden box with the little flask and the two-shot glasses. And be sure to check that out and subscribe. He's got some great content anyway. If you love guns, you love America, then R4 Mississippi Thunder is a channel for you to watch, because he's just another one of us good old boys out here doing what he loves, making videos about his firearms and his love of firearms. And so check him out. Get signed up, get in there and win that. You might be the lucky winner who goes home with that Barkeep Bootlegger collector set. Hey folks, Rob here, and got another product here, and this is from Gohiking as well. If you've seen, they sent me over this tool storage rack, and it's to hold your drills and drivers. It'll hold 4 of them. I decided to use my middle shelf to store bits and accessories. And then up top I got my skill saw and my jigsaw. So plenty of tool storage there. I decided to leave my chargers over here just to keep a little charging station there. They're easy to get to right there, so it'll be convenient to charge them. But they sent me over this other product. Actually, they sent me over 2 other products. But this is the next one, and this is Gohiking heavy duty steel rack. Now what this is a gun rack, and this is the type of gun racks that I really like. These are, I have one 3-gun rack. It's from a different company, I think, but inside here it's well packed. You have your styrofoam package in here, and it is all steel construction, but you have your standoffs, and they're gold embossed. Gohiking. It's pretty nice. You should be 2 of those and 2 like this, the shorter ones. So we'll get our standoffs out. And I see in there you also have your mounting hardware that comes in the box. Heard somebody shoot up the road there. They're either sighting in a deer rifle or they just shot a deer. Got all your hardware there. Your next size and standoff here. And all of them really nicely finished, gold embossed there. I kind of like the gold lettering. I'm going to take my trash out. I'm overrunning over here. Okay, so we got our 4 standoffs there. And further inside here we have our rack itself. And we'll take a look at it here. And you have an upper rack and a lower rack. So that is your rifle rest, your top piece, rubber covered, nice heavy gauge steel, nice rubber coating on the anywhere that might come in contact with your gun. These rubber plugs on the end of it, and then you have your lower part that your rifle buttstock would rest in. I'm gonna take that out of the way, and now we can get a better look at how this works. So that is the base and your upper section and your standoffs. So of course you want your lower your longer ones will be at the bottom, because it'll kick out at the bottom, and that will allow your rifles to lean back. And real nice. Of course I got it upside down. It goes like that. So it would go with your longer ones to the back, and your shorter ones up top. Here's our little pamphlet that comes with it. Shows everything there. Gohiking, vertical big gun racks. Any long gun, steel, rubber encased prongs. Warranty 6 months. So, guys, these are going to be as stout as you mount them. So, if you're mounting them to sheetrock or something, you're going to want to use the enclosed screws here. But let's see what the center spacing is on it, and hopefully it's centered to catch studs. Let me get my tape measure. And something fell over. I don't know what it was, but this piece right here. So from center hole to center hole, we got about 12.5 inches. So not hardly wide enough to catch a stud. Use most studs are 16-inch on center. So may have to use a wall anchor. If you have solid walls, then it's not going to be an issue, or something of that nature. Comes with all your screws to mount it. And we'll go ahead and assemble the rack because it looks fairly straightforward. You would take your 2 longer ones here and simply install a nut from the front and into the back piece here, and we'll just get it started. And it comes with a provided Allen wrench to tighten it up with. If you hear somebody chewing on something back there, it's Lily. Now the issue I see with this is making sure you get them 90 degrees, and I think there's a little method we can use to make sure we get a 90 degree on the racks themselves. But just kind of a slow process here to tighten this up. I could get out my screwdriver with my bits in it and speed this up a little bit, but if you don't have all that stuff and you have to do it with what comes with it, this is kind of the way it's going to be. So we're just going to get this one snugged, then we're going to move over to the other side, and then I'm going to show you how I intend to get the base is square with the bottom. So we want to get it tight enough that it's tight, but yet we can still rotate it a little bit. So there we go. That's tight enough, but we can still turn it a little bit. So I'm gonna pause you. I'm gonna put on this other side, and then we'll look about how we do that. Okay, the way I plan on making sure this is level, I'm gonna just use the edge of my table, and I'm gonna lay this flat part flat against the edge of the table, allowing the rack to stick over. And I'm going to make sure these are flat on the table and not rotated. I did get out my bit, or my screwdriver, and I'm just going to hold these down and tighten them to the point where they are not just going to rotate on their own. And that should make it level. This is in contact, that's in contact. And we're just going to repeat that process on the other side, and that should be all of our components to be level and where they need to be. Don't want to over tighten and strip, but get it good and tight. So there is our lower rack assembled. Now all you have to do is put it where you want it, mark your holes. I would put a level across it, make sure it's level, drill my holes, and we'll put it on the wall, and we'll do that in another video. We're just going to assemble it right now, and same process here. I'm just going to install my lower pieces here first and get them same way. We're going to do this, use the same What do you want, Lily? Lily's over here. We're going to use the same process. Make sure we got it good and level. I'm trying to get this one started. They do have a little paint in the threads, so paint or powder coat, whatever it is. So there is a little bit of fidgeting to get it started right. It's not a problem, you just don't want to strip it. Somebody's shooting up the road. Let me pause this and we'll get her started. Alright, we have her going now. Like I said, there was a little bit of, looked like paint up around the top of it to where it just didn't want to start there at the beginning. I wanted to make sure I had it where it needed to go. Let's see. Let me check something out here. Might have two different size screws. I might be screwing up again. Seems like everything I assemble, I screw it up at least once. We may have two different size bolts. Because that one seemed like it bottomed out. Let's see. No, that one seems the same. I hate to take one of these off. But we're going to have to, just to see that these are not a shorter bolt. Because that one seemed like it bottomed out. No, they are the same. Let's see about this. Because that did seem to bottom out there. I'm not in camera. Yeah, we're bottoming out. We are definitely bottoming out. So let's try the other one, see if it bottoms out on it as well. If it does, that means I have an issue here with these being, I'm going to have to cut off bolts. Let's see if this one is. Let me pause you here. And as you can see, this one bottoms out as well. So this is this thick and that is that. So that's a little bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem. Let's make sure I am putting that on right. Yeah, the short ones go to the top. Yep. And on the pictures it shows, in this picture it shows this one has a square tube. So these tubes on the upper show that they're square, but this one is definitely not square tubing. It's a bar that's been pressed. So either I've gotten the wrong part or yeah. So if this was square tubing like this, those would be the perfect length. But if they've changed it to this pressed bar, then the bolts are way too long. So I'm going to have to either cut these bolts off to make them fit, or yeah, that's about my only option, is to cut them off and make them fit. Now, if you bought this on Amazon, and you know, I'd probably send it back, just to be honest with you, because you shouldn't have to buy a product like this and then modify it. I mean, come on, these things, I mean, they're not overly expensive, but they're expensive enough that, and there could have been a product change, could have been do not chew on my cord, Lily. But this is definitely not the right for this. It just ain't right. So, you know, they did send this over to me to review. So, you know, it ain't like I'm going to return it. So my only option is to repair it and to cut these off and shorten them down enough that I have enough room to install these. But, you know, had I purchased this, I'd probably send it back. So anyway, you know, take it as you will. It's not a big deal. I mean, you could go out and buy these, you know, or you could cut them off. I'll probably take about that much off of them and try again. So let me make some modifications, and we'll come back and take a look at it. Alright guys, I'm looking through the manual. Here's actually the one we got, and it does list that it's supposed to have some shorter screws. So obviously we are missing those shorter screws that are supposed to be included. Let me check the box again, make sure I didn't miss those. But yeah, we just didn't get the short screws that were supposed to come with it. And that could be an oversight where you could just contact the seller and they would ship those to you. Now, yeah, that's an inconvenience, but it is a nicely built rack, and you know, that's the kind of oversight that happens when you do business. Should it have had those screws in there? Yeah, it should have. I actually got extra long screws from what it said it comes with, which is 8. You get an extra wood screw and an extra one of these, and it came with our 4 longer screws, but it did not come with our shorter screws, which what we would have needed for this. So anyway, this would be a good opportunity to contact the manufacturer or the seller and get a hold of them and have them get some proper ones out to you. That's an inconvenience. It is. But personally, I'm probably just going to go to Lowe's. I got to take Macy to the dentist here and get her retainers after a while. I'll probably just stop by Lowe's and find one of these that's, you know, 1/4 inch shorter and make it work. But, you know, it's a nice heavy rack, got a nice finish, other than the little snafu with the wrong size, not including the right size bolts to make the top connection, you know, which could happen to any of them. I will email them tonight and make them aware of that fact and see if that's just a random issue or that's something that they need to get with their QC and check about. So anyway guys, I appreciate you watching. The little tool rack was awesome. This is going to be awesome. It just needs a couple screws and we'll get her up. It is definitely well made. It's solid. These are well padded. I'm looking forward to get it mounted and put some guns on it and see how it does. So anyway guys, this is the Gohiking 3-gun wall mounted rifle rest. These are awesome if you have a gun room that you can leave your guns out. This would be nice. I personally use mine in my bedroom, and I have one mounted already on the wall in there, and I primarily use it. I stage a gun there at night for one of my pistols, AR pistols there. But I also use it when you're taking guns out of your safe to get to the stuff in the back. You never have no place to put them. Well, here I have a place to sit my guns while I'm getting other guns out, which makes it really handy. I would love to have a gun room that was just filled with these kind of racks, and I could just lock it up, know it's safe, and then there's them damn drill bits I was looking for 20 minutes the other day, sitting right freaking in front of me. I can't believe that. I just seen them. Damn. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll get this fixed. We'll get her mounted, and we'll take a look at it further. Thank y'all for watching.